Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with today?
I am Brandon Lay of Living Proof Pictures.
And I'm Sarah Cugini, also of Living Proof Pictures, star of Bitter Taste of Ginger.
And that is exactly why you are here at the 2022 Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival. And we want to thank you very much for coming out and supporting your films, being part of the experience, and taking advantage of it all, because there's a lot that happens here that are great takeaways. And one of them is this red carpet experience.
Awesome.
Tell us a little bit, if you would, about the experience of making the film. Keep it brief, but give the viewers an understanding of why that film was so important to you that you did decide to make the trek out here to support it.
Okay, you want me to go first? Well, we had started it ahead of the pandemic, and then we had to shut down for a while, and we realized that it wasn't going anywhere, and art always finds a way. So we got our team back together, and we started tackling it again, and we ran a safe set. Not a single person got sick during the entire thing. That was really important to us, and we wanted to tackle some issues of the world, especially how women are portrayed in our society and in indie film and in film in general. But we wanted to deal with it in an interesting, kind of exciting, assaultive kind of way.
Assaultive.
Yeah.
Nice adjective.
Yeah, thank you.
Sarah, so far your experience with the festival trail, I know this film has been doing a major run. Are we one of the last stops or the last stop?
Yeah, go ahead, Sarah.
Oh, yeah, this is probably going to be the last one, and I'm really happy to be here. So thank you for having us here. I love doing the festival circuit, meeting so many talented filmmakers, other actors, actresses, and even meeting the staff of the film festival. Like, people are so nice, and
Awesome.
It's great to just be a part of it.
Awesome.
Like,
Well, we're very happy that you're a part of it. This is Brandon and Sarah from Bitter Taste of Ginger.
yes.
I was going to let you say it, but okay. How about a family photo?
Sure, absolutely.
Sound good?
All right, here we go, guys. All right, 3, 2, 1. Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Feel free to have a seat in the theater.
Great.
All right. And we've got a man who's traveled down from Canada to be here with us today. Jerry, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Gerald Varga. I'm the director of My Inner Demon, Gerald's Tale, and just having a fantastic time here. So, yeah.
Awesome. What was it about this particular event that made you decide to do an international visit?
I feel as though the Macabre Faire Film Festival is very prestigious, and I know you guys take film very seriously, and just the energy of the whole festival. Just looking at it online, I thought, wow, this looks amazing. Honestly, I did not think I would get in, so it was last minute. It's like, oh wow, I thought my festival run was over. I went to San Francisco to a festival there, to the Unnamed Footage Festival. I thought, well, that'll be the end of the road for me, and I did well there. But when I heard I was getting in this, I was just so excited, and I haven't been let down at all. Like, I mean, I love this. I love the description that you like. I really do believe this is Sundance with fangs.
Really?
Yeah, I do. It's awesome. You know, I've been having a great time. I love the panels you guys hold too.
Thank you.
And meeting all the filmmakers and meeting yourself and Addison. It's, I love the Southern hospitality. I've had a great time.
Well, we're Northerners who moved south, but we bring that hospitality regardless. Thank you. Do you got anything for Jerry here?
Yeah, we appreciate your enthusiasm and your excitement for coming here. And after we had watched your film, we really enjoyed it. So, no doubt that we had it as a selection, and we're looking forward to see you at the awards ceremony. See what that has in store. I believe you're nominated for something, aren't you?
Yes, I am. I'm nominated for 5 awards for Best Foreign Feature, Best Actor, Best Cinematography, Best Screenplay, Best Sound. And I don't know if I'm going to win any of those, but hey, it definitely looks pretty good just to be nominated. So I'm thrilled. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, quality work. Thank you. Can we get a photo?
You sure can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the 2022 Macabre Faire Film Festival Red Carpet Experience, and this is a fun one. You know, sometimes some films come through the festival that make me stop and actually pop open a browser and start looking to see is something real or not what I'm watching. And this was one of those films that was exceptional in that regard. And I'm talking about Ash Hamilton's film here, and he's going to give us a little bit of an idea of what I mean.
Thanks so much. So yeah, the film, which sort of spans a few different categories, you could say found footage, mockumentary, tells the story of a group of documentary filmmakers who decided to follow up on a story from 2013 of a man that claims he was abducted by intelligences from outside this planet. It takes place over the course of 5 days and shows you what happens when some filmmakers get more than what they bargained for.
Now, Ash, who do you have with you? These, have them introduce themselves.
I'm Chanel Hamilton, Ash's wife and producer, and
Real life and screen wife. He
yeah.
admits it.
And I'm Sean Ed. I play Sean Miller in the Holes in the Sky, the Sean Miller story.
No, it was a lot of fun, and it happened to him too. And I'm not sure how many other judges that it happened to, but at one point I stopped it and I said, "Hold on a minute," and I really started hunting, and it wasn't until I found you on IMDb and I realized the names were different that I said, okay, now I see what's going on. Well done. And I'm really happy you made the trek to come down here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We're happy to be here. It's a pleasure.
Excellent. Well, we would love to get a quick little group photo with you, and then you can feel free to have a seat in the theater.
Perfect.
All right?
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank you.
absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
You can feel free to go either way.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Oh, it was great. It was a lot of fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have
Nathan Shore.
Nathan Shore. You are the director, filmmaker for the feature film.
Higher Methods.
Higher Methods was one of, I thought, the most well-acted and extreme in some natures films that was in this year's festival. I really appreciated the work, and I appreciate very much that you came out here today.
Thank you. This was it's been exciting being here this week. First time I've traveled for a festival, which is it's been an amazing opportunity, and I've met so many amazing filmmakers. You guys have been amazing hosts.
Thank you.
And it looked great yesterday, seeing it on this big screen. So thank you very much.
Oh, absolutely. How many festivals has it been in? Or?
This is the 4th festival it's been in, and it looked the best it's ever looked here.
Well, thank you. We work pretty hard to fulfill the words that I'm saying in those emails and such, that this is going to be, a top-notch experience, and the films and filmmakers are the stars. That's what it's all about. And I know you in particular have some thoughts on this film.
Yeah, this is actually my personal favorite film that was submitted to the festival, and I had to watch it twice to really appreciate it. There was something about the first time I watched it where it just didn't seem like I fully understood it. It wasn't. I still appreciate it, but I was like, something is missing.
You're not alone.
But when I watched it again, I realized that you're either in or you're out. There's no such thing as being lukewarm when it comes to being an actor. So I would imagine that, is that true?
Yeah, I mean, what you said is true. You're being either out of it. So you really have to be on this film's wavelength, I would say. And it does cater to multiple viewings, I would say, because it is probably not clear to a lot of people what's going on in this film. It definitely is about the acting experience, and it'd be hard. It's really hard to speak about what this film is about, the truths of this film, because it is very much open to interpretation. And don't ask me really what it's all about, because I love it. I love when people come to me asking me, what is going on in this scene, because I'll be honest, I don't have all the answers. And I love people that come to me and ask me what they think of this, because everybody has a different opinion, and I love hearing what they have to say.
Well, I thought that the acting was a great metaphor for really anything that you're going to do. So if you're saying, if you call yourself an actor, and this, really the I don't want to spoil it, of course, but this acting class that they're in really is what we call life.
Yes.
I mean, if you're an actor, that translates to if you're a plumber, if you're anything, if you want it to be something, at the end of the day, you're going to have to really do it. So acting is, of course, one of those things where the actual environments that you're in could be those dark and you know, I don't want to spoil it.
Let's just say that it is a wild ride.
Yes, it is a wild ride, and I think your interpretation is excellent. It's I don't know how to add to that, but I think that's a great observation.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for making that film.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I told you he had some thoughts on this film. You know, as an actor myself, there was almost just a bit of I don't know. I don't know how to express it properly, but there was some joy in watching the scenes that specifically involved the acting class and seeing the teacher doing his thing, you know, full tilt beyond anything, and the students just enveloped in it. And it was just, I don't know, maybe I have a sick, twisted sense of humor, but I found a lot of humor in some of that.
Oh, yeah.
But at the same time, that could also be, I guess, viewed and felt almost at a 180. Like, this is very disturbing. And that's why I say maybe a sick and twisted sense of humor. But you made it, so yours might be more sick and twisted than mine. Nathan, I want to thank you again for being here at the 22 Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival. And if you don't mind, we'd love to catch a photo with you.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you.
All right, here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1. Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Great work.
Welcome to the red carpet at the Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with today?
I'm Tiffany of Blue Hag and Shadow.
And you, sir?
I'm Ken Goop,
Here you go.
supporting Tiffany.
He's my dad.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you know what? You're standing next to a father and son team.
Oh, okay.
See that?
Look at this, it's all family.
There you go. There you go. Well, Tiffany, first off, we want to thank you very much for coming out here. I know I was going back and forth with Emily, and she couldn't make it. Obviously, first question is, why jump in the car or jump in the plane and come to an event like this?
Well, we worked really hard on the film, so anybody who wants to, you know, celebrate your work, showcase your work, exhibit your work, I think it's plenty of enough, you know, honor for you to show up. You know, you should always come if you can. And I was working quite a bit for the other film festivals we've done, and this one I was free, and I was close too. I was in Atlanta, and she happened to be in LA. So I was like, I'm coming, we're driving, we're leaving. So, and I was nominated too, so that was like a huge honor. So I just wanted to show my appreciation by, you know, being present.
Right on, right on. So real quick, the elevator pitch on what is the film for our audience?
Oh my goodness, it's a good time. It's a bunch of laughs and scares. It's what not to do when you find a roommate. It's a barrel of laughs that will also leave you with chills up your spine. So.
And the title is specific to another character that's in the film that's making an impression. You want to give them a little tease on what that is?
Sure. My roommate is dabbling in the arts of, you know, the unknown spiritual worlds. And unbeknownst to me, she dabbles a little too hard. So we have to fight off either Blue Hag or Shadow Man, which you'll learn what that is if you watch the film. But we have one of them in our home that is a very, very unwanted guest.
Gotcha.
So my co-star is Ebony Adams, and she's fantastic. And we fight together to see if we can get the Blue Hag or the Shadow Man out of this.
It's great stuff. Do you mind if we catch a picture together?
Of course.
Excellent. Just step up a bit. There we go.
All right, here we go, guys. All right, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Please
Thank you.
have a seat in the theater and feel free to keep mingling.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at the 2022 Macabre Faire Film Festival. We're here with another international filmmaker who decided to take a very long trip to the US to support his film. I'm talking about Christian from Escalation, and we want to thank you personally, right up front, very much for doing that. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been an amazing experience. I always love to have an excuse to visit the US, and Macabre has a big reputation even like overseas in Europe. So once I got in, I'm like, I'm going. I'm not gonna miss this like for anything in the world. So thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
Excellent, excellent. Ad, I know you had some thoughts on the film.
Yeah, Escalation is definitely a film that if you missed it, you are sorry. And whether you know it or not, this is a spectacle. I'm not the type of person that likes gore, but I'm the type of person who enjoys a great movie. So this was a mix of the two where I found that I kind of had to keep my eyes open and enjoy it through the pain. And pain is a great way to, I won't spoil the film.
Yeah, I'm happy that you're saying this because the funny thing, when I was shooting Escalation, I wanted to make it so nice to look at, but so gory and violent, and still funny, obviously, that people would be like, I don't want to watch it, but I cannot look away from it.
Right.
That was my approach, so thank you for saying this, it worked.
You know, it's very, very funny that you just used the word funny, because in the midst of the mayhem that is taking place on screen, there is, I'm going to call it subtle, but there is this seemingly comedic element that is being woven through your performance. As terrifying as what's taking place on the screen, at the same time, the way your character is physically dealing with it, by the way, you're in incredible shape, the way you move and all of that, it's quite a physical performance, but there's something about what you're doing that has that, should I be laughing at this? You know, this is something else. How did you walk that tightrope? Because obviously you just said you did it deliberately.
Escalation is obviously a short film based on a feature that I wrote. I couldn't make the feature myself, so I made one scene into a short. And the feature obviously is very serious. This guy is selfish, so he deals with like a toxic personality and his guilty conscience kind of like eat him alive. So it's serious. But I believe even in a serious horror film, if the filmmaker take himself or herself too serious, then he risks to be laughed at for the wrong reasons. So you want to make it serious, but still be a little bit tongue-in-cheek, so people know that, okay, he's violent, this guy is doing a good job, and he's showing us, you know, all this gore and maybe a sad story in the future, but he still let us have a laugh here and there. And that, as a filmmaker, make people like you more. You put them at ease. So I believe always kind of be not pretentious, like I'm an artist, I'm gonna make it so serious, because that's most of the time is a mistake. So I believe in a little bit hint of comedy here and there to make people love this filmmaker more.
Wow. You and I, we're cut from the same cloth. Very similar. Very similar. Ad, did you want to mention anything before we wrap him up and take a family photo?
I just want to say that I appreciate, as a creative, how deliberate and, you know, you definitely have planned it out. It's not something that is just strung out and woven in together. You definitely have gone in with a plan that, you know, this maybe won't be serious, you know, who I am as far as creating your character, but definitely the shots and the production there was some time.
It was amazing. Great job. Great job. Let's get a shot.
Let's get a shot. Alright, here we go. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And excellent. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Excellent work, man. Excellent work. Come on in.
Hey, boys.
Yep, here we are.
Handsome.
Thank you. And you look amazing. And we are together at the 2022 Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival in the red carpet experience here. And we are with someone who is very special. I've actually acted in scenes with you.
Yes, we have.
Heather Britton O'Scanlan from Victim Number 6, which is really a fun film. It's a period piece, and I think that in itself, how well you guys nailed it, just pulled me right into the film off the bat. But I want to thank you, Heather, for taking the trip down from New Jersey to Tennessee.
Thank you, Adam. I'm thrilled to be here. I've met some fantastic filmmakers. You and Addison, you've been so welcoming. You put together just a wonderful film festival within this community. And
Thank
so
you.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thanks.
Thank you. So let's talk about the film a little bit. I don't want to give things away too much, but you're doing something you don't normally do in this film in terms of your character type, I believe. I know we had a little conversation. You said, I find myself doing a lot more of these and not too many of those. So let's talk about that kind of preparation, perhaps, as an actress.
Okay, all right. Donna, my character, is very different from who I would normally play. I'm cast with a lot of mom, wife roles. And Donna is this young, sexy, single woman in 1975 New York City. There's a serial killer on the loose, and she's just marching down the street, and she has no fear. And she was a lot of fun to play. She's a very layered character. You know, she meets up with a guy at a local bar and she goes home with him despite the fact that she knows there's a serial killer on the loose. But, you know, the audience kind of worries for Donna at the same time, though you have a feeling she could probably take care of herself. And that was a fun balance to try to strike, and I think we did okay with it.
Yeah,
you
did very good. I mean, the beginning of the film and the bar, which was phenomenal. I had Son of Sam vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in New York.
Yeah.
So you kind of nailed that feel off the bat, and it pulled me in to the point where I was like, all right, where are we going here? I like the music choices for the soundtrack in that film. It was really, even I believe the titling, you know, the text for the credits and such it was a very complete package. It was nicely done.
Thank you.
Ad, do you have anything?
Just curious about things on set. You know, was there something that stood out as far as getting into this character, or any favorite moments, any least favorite moments?
You know, I have to say that being a period piece, we had such a great crew. Our costume designer, Amanda Kraut Carmona, our hair wrangler, you should say, Amina Stiles, makeup, Marlene Rose, our director and my producing partner, Nancy Mena, and I really worked hard to pull together this great team. James Bartol was our production design team leader, and he's incredible. We really courted him. We were hopeful we were going to get him, because really nailing a period piece is tricky, right? So, and then the music, again, you mentioned the music. It just, all of this coming together, this great team just I stepped into this world that just really felt real, and it goes so far in helping an actor get into character. It helped me a lot.
Yeah,
so,
no, it was fantastic. Some great performers around you as well. Some fabulous talent in that film.
Yes. Russ Russo nominated for Best Supporting Actor. I'm so excited.
You know, the little tete-a-tete he was having with Bruce.
Yeah.
It was difficult, I'll be honest with you, for the judges when looking at that film. The two of them were very strong.
Yeah.
And now we're here.
Yeah, Craig Gavin. That was a shout out to Craig. The
Oh,
actor
okay, there he is.
Yeah, he's great.
Just the aggression and the build between those two characters alone could have went its own path in the story.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Can we get a photo?
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Let's do it.
Thank you.
Perfect.
There you go. Alright, 3, 2, 1, and excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So much.
Yep.
Thank you.
So much.
Absolutely.
Good to be here.
Yep.
Welcome to the Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival red carpet event. We are with the Lunatics crew. Please introduce yourselves.
I'm Pascal Behrman.
She's the lead actress. I am Jess Joy, the writer, director, and producer.
Absolutely. And the two of you took a bit of a trip to come out here.
Yes, we came all the way down from Toronto.
Toronto.
Yes, I drove 12 hours down. Pascal flew.
Wow. So right off the bat, I have to ask, was this something, the Macabre, part of a large festival run? Was this something that was just kind of, you know, it was very special in some way and you decided, hey, this one I wanted to submit to? Like, why the reason to jump in the car and do an international trek?
This was one of our 7th film festival and 2nd genre festival, and I could just tell from the emails that I exchanged with you and the vibe on the website and everything that this was going to be a great festival, very well run. I could tell there was just so much passion behind it.
Thank you.
So that really motivated me to come down, and I just felt like I was going to meet a lot of great people. And of course, being near Nashville, it was just exciting to be in Tennessee.
Right on, right on. And how about yourself?
Same thing. We've been having an amazing festival run, and I find that the genre festivals are even more fun, and you meet such interesting people. So it just seems like a great place to come and meet other filmmakers.
Yeah. No. Wow. That's well. Thank you. Thank you for appreciating my words. My personally writing to each other. I really appreciate that. It's very tough to walk the line as a festival producer of not being too annoying, but at the same time trying to get enough information across in such a way that's like, we really want to support what you do, but I need to tell you that without sending it to you 50 times. And so I'm glad that it seemed like I got it right with you.
Yeah, no, it was wonderful.
Excuse me. So let's.
We're very thankful that you've taken the trip and want to get to know a little bit more about the film. So what more specifically to you, Jess, what's the inspiration behind the film? What brought the story and things like that?
Well, it was a long process. I think I spent about 5 years developing the idea. I was just very motivated by, I've always been interested in dark stories and serial killers, but I wanted to examine it from like a female perspective and what it would be like for a young woman to be haunted by this father who was a serial killer, and what it would be like to be a daughter of that. So that was kind of where the inspiration came from.
Right, but it had a bit of a comedic aspect.
Yes. So in the writing process, it started really dark, but I had a screenwriting professor that really helped push me into a more comedic element, because they were kind of already showing up just in the way the dialogue was coming out. And I personally like to deal with dark things in a more comedic way, because I think that's how we can sometimes process hard things in our life.
Right.
Laughing at them.
Right. And I understand that the audition, or the first time you met, that you knew it was the right person for the role.
Yeah, I don't know if Pascal wants to talk about that process, but.
Well, when I went into the audition room, like I often enter the room in character, and so Jess loved what I brought to the table, thankfully, because it was an awesome project. But when it did come to filming and to rehearsing, I think she was a little surprised that my personality is very different from Marla's. I'm not a recluse, surprisingly enough. So it was fun having her be surprised by that and still delivering and feeling like she did value my performance, although it was a big stretch from who I really am.
Wow. Well, it was a lot of fun. Definitely an interesting film. I love the way you sing.
Thank you. I know, she wouldn't let me sing nicely. Did my best.
And we just wanted to thank you very much for coming out and supporting your work. It's really important that filmmakers understand that supporting the effort that you do is what it's all about. You don't want these things to sit on a hard drive. You don't want them to go nowhere. And you should, have some fruits of that labor by going to a festival and being part of the networking process and after parties and things like that, if nothing else,
Yeah,
So-
and thank you so much for inviting us. We've had such a great time here, and it's been such a well-run festival.
Thank you.
We're just very grateful to be here.
Thank you very much. If you don't mind, we'd love to catch a photo or two with you.
Sure, yes.
Thank you.
Alright, here we go. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And you can feel free to have a seat.
Thank you very
We're
much.
going to be getting started soon. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2022 Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival would not be complete without some excellent music. And today we have two members of a three-piece band that was here performing for us yesterday, Bon Me. And I want these guys to introduce themselves. They're absolutely fabulous. They have a great vibe to what they do, and the music is honestly excellent, guys. I loved it.
Thank you.
I really
Thank you
loved
very
it.
much.
Go ahead.
Well, my name is Ryan. I am the principal songwriter for Bon Me. This is...
I'm Alex. I play drums and help compose music.
Yeah, and we love what we do, and we're so glad that we were able to be a part of this festival. The films have been crazy. We saw Escalation. We saw Escalation yesterday. It was very well done. The effects were incredible. I mean, it had my heart racing, that's for sure. It had my stomach a little upset too. It was a great film, and we met Chris. Chris is a great guy.
Yeah.
It's been awesome. This place is really wonderful, and everyone's been treating us really nicely. So thank you.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you
very
for
welcome.
letting us on.
You're very welcome. I stumbled across you guys very late in the game, and I was speaking with, I guess, your wife, Adrienne. It seems
Yeah.
like she manages the
She
back and
does.
forth and so on. And I am just so happy that you guys were able to come out and give us your time and perform. You're one of those bands that I sat and I listened to, as I'm doing my reviews of who I'd like to reach out to. And I'm like, wow, these guys sound really good. And then they come and they play, and they're doing it outside, and they sound even better than they did through some sort of studio thing. That was phenomenal work with not too much, equipment. I know that you don't normally play a stripped down, as I asked you guys to do, with more of an acoustic set. So how was that experience? And sort of out of the blue, somebody asked you to.
It was wonderful. You know, it was a new experience for us, but being able to strip down and do it, I think, allowed more for the songs to be heard and the lyrics to be digested a bit more. You know, it was really good experience.
Yeah. So who are your influences?
Oh, many.
Because you have a unique sound to you, especially your voice. Very distinct.
Oh, well, thank you. We listened to a bit of this, that, and the other. I was raised on Les Mis and The Cure, baby. So the full spectrum there. I listened to everything from show tunes to indie rock and roll music. Some hip hop too, you know. Can't ever go wrong with anything.
Right.
So my dad always said this to me. There's two types of music, good and bad, right? So growing up with him, listening to every kind of music. My grandfather was a bluegrass musician, so I just kind of hit just about everything you could think of. I'm very into it all, you know.
Right, right.
My main drum influence when I was young was Bonham from Zeppelin, but I hope every drummer hits Bonham at least once, you know.
Right, right. You got anything to wrap up with that?
Yeah, I mean, we're really glad that you came and you enjoyed this event, and we would love to have you in the future, maybe even in even bigger capacity.
Yeah.
Like he said, he sounded great outside. Maybe you'd sound even better inside on the main stage. So.
I hope so.
Yeah. Hey, can we get a photo with you guys?
Well, we'd love
awesome.
to.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Alright, here we go, guys. Alright, 3, 2, 1. And excellent. Nice.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.
Feel free to have a seat. We'll be getting started soon. Excellent work, guys.
Thank you.
2022 Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival, and we are back again with more musicians. Who do we have?
We have Sean Ryan and Rosa. Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm Rose Rodriguez, and we're so excited to be here.
Yes, this is an awesome event. Thank you all for having us. And
No, well, thank you for coming out. And I have to tell the story.
Oh, yes.
Because now it's a story. This is going to be one of those things. So I actually met Sean at a Comic-Con.
Yes.
And what were you doing there?
I was showing off my 3D printed robots that I do on my off time.
Right, on his off time. So that's how I met him. Now, apparently I was wrong, but I thought I came up on a mad scientist.
Right. I was just in my normal clothing.
And he was great. He was absolutely great. In fact, I have one of your a Terminator skull that you made for me on my desk.
Yes.
It's literally right there in front of my computer. He's awesome. So that being said, we got into a conversation, and you mentioned you played music, and I almost didn't believe you, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I went home and I, went on SeanRyanLive.com and I started tracking you down, and next thing I know, I'm looking at the screen, I'm saying, that is the same guy. And it really was. Your musician side is, it almost like a whole other persona from what you represent at the Comic-Con.
Yeah, and that was a good escape as an artist. You know, you always want to do different sort of arts, and so doing the robotics thing is another form of art, and I enjoy expressing myself in many different levels. So that's, even my socks are expressive.
Nice. So, and your songs are extremely expressive, and the two of you harmonize. I mean, it's very beautiful. You came in Friday night. You were the first act. You were Saturday night. You were the first act. You had to break the ice on a big evening. You looked great on the stage, and the music was absolutely beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, Rosa is a very talented singer, so it was very nice to have her sing with me. So we appreciate you all listening and having a good time. And again, thank you for having us in this beautiful theater and sharing stuff with y'all.
Yeah,
appreciate
absolutely.
That.
Thank you.
My everything is so creative.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I just want to ask you, Sean, a little bit about your musical style.
Sure.
How would you explain it? You're more than proficient on the guitar. Your voice sounds like you should be all over the radio. Give us an idea of how long you've been at it and some influences and so on.
Okay, I've been doing music professionally since I was 11. My father was a musician. His father was a musician. He played with the Rat Pack during the Las Vegas era. And so it's just been in my blood my whole life. And, I would be doing this anyways. This is who I always would be. And just because that's just how I was raised and just who I am. And so I'm just doing what my life is, And I'm always very grateful when I get to share that, because this is how I would live anyways.
Right. And how did the two of you connect?
We actually met through in a songwriters round, here in Nashville, and then a few years later, we just follow each other on Instagram, and then we decided to write a song, and that's the song you heard yesterday called "Okay" in Spanish, and that's how we met through music.
Very nice, very nice. Can we get a picture? Yeah.
Here we go. Ready, guys? 3, 2, 1. And excellent.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival Red Carpet event, we are with Taylor Took. Tell us a little about your weekend.
It was a great weekend. I was really glad to be a part of it. And it was my first one, and it's good to know that these kinds of things are happening in the world.
Well, what did you do this weekend? We'll also introduce yourself as well.
Well, yeah, I'm Taylor Took. I'm a Nashville-based singer-songwriter, composer. And for the festival, I played in the front as sort of a welcoming act and brought people in with warm, positive energy. Maybe a little bit too warm for a film festival, but it was a great pleasure.
Well, that is usually your style. You like to do more of the warm style. I don't think you were too warm. I think you were, just the right temperature for outside. Tell us a little about your style.
Yeah, the style is always different, catering to whatever the event is, and it varies between folk music, rock music. I love jazz. I play classical piano. I compose music for film scenario, and I'll pretty much do anything that they're asking me to do.
Including a harmonica.
Yeah, the harp busted that one out yesterday.
Hey, Taylor, I want to thank you for coming out. You were great energy in the tent that we had there. A lot of people enjoyed your performance. Many came up to me and commented. I saw the warmth in your smile and the genuine nature that you have about you, that you really are appreciating what we do, and we appreciate you. And I do want to also, in case you didn't hear it, Taylor is a film composer as well as a performing artist. And this is an example of, you never know when you're at the Macabre Faire Film Festival who you're standing next to, who you're talking to, and why networking and being open is so important. Taylor, thank you very much for coming, man.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a great time. I hope we can hang out next year.
Absolutely. I hope we can. Let's get a photo.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. Here we go. All right. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you guys
Yeah,
so
man.
much.
Yeah.
It's good seeing you again.
Mr. J.
How we doing?
We're doing excellent.
Man needs an introduction.
That's where I want you to look, Mr. J.
Right there?
Yeah, right
No
there.
problem.
So we are here at the 2022 Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival, and it has been crashed upon here at the Red Carpet Experience by Mr. J himself.
How is everybody doing? Crossed upon? It said macabre. That's right up my alley.
But I don't think you were invited. Did you have some kind of secret plan?
Of course I did. There was ghoulings, there was blood, there was mayhem, and there was knives. And I just got all excited. I said, I'm going to that gig.
Well, I actually I've heard some mayhem.
There's been a lot of mayhem. There has been a lot of mayhem going on, but I can't help myself.
No, it just sort of follows you.
Yeah, when the Patsy's away, the Mr. J will play.
Yes.
You know how it goes.
So, Mr. J, I see you are looking perfect today. This is a new suit for you.
Of course.
Tell me a little bit about your style.
Well, depends upon the mood. When I'm causing havoc with the Gothamites, it's a little bit more dressed down. But since I heard this was a red carpet affair from Macabre, I said, you know what? Let them see what the Crown Prince is all about.
And I love it.
Well, thank you.
Mr. J, if you don't mind, we'd love to catch a photo with you.
Oh, absolutely.
Look at that. Thank you.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Thanks so much.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Red Carpet event at the Macabre Faire Film, Food, and Music Festival. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with today?
My name is Sean McNally. My film was Domestic Bliss, and I am the artistic director.
So what does an artistic director, what is your goal when you're in this film? What was your challenges? What's your directive?
Well, oh wow. Let me think about that for a second. For me, it was trying to replicate to my abilities the director's vision, right? So I did all the building on the set, built the set, painted the set, found all the equipment that I would need, any modifications to anything, how to get something to like the electric to work or gas to flow. Basically, I'm just
where was this
a
shot?
glorified set builder. On Long Island.
And was it in? I mean, this wasn't in a location. You had to build this.
This was in an empty room.
Ah.
And we had the ability to go from there. And to keep our budget down, I pretty much sourced everything by hand. So I went and scoured junkyards or random people's basements and kind of.
How long have you been scavenging? Seriously, no. How long have you been doing what you do?
This is our first foray into film. What we normally do is immersive theater. We started out doing haunted houses, and then it gradually grew into immersive, full theatrical pieces. And so we decided that we wanted to take that into the next stage, which was we started filming our haunts, and then we started filming our immersives, and then we wanted a scripted piece that was that we could control the full imagery to it. So
right, right. So you came down from Long Island?
Yeah.
Excellent. You know this festival's roots are on Long Island.
I saw that. I didn't know it originally.
Yeah, we started in Long Island. I think it was a Best Western Hotel in Rockville Center.
Huh, right on.
A number of years ago was where we kicked off the Macabre Faire Film Festival. We had done it there. We moved it to Suffolk County by the airport, actually. And now we're here in Tennessee.
That's awesome. Yeah, I have family that lives down here, so when we got accepted to this film festival, I thought it was an opportune time to come in and see my family, see the film festival, whatnot.
Great. Well, we're really glad you came down to represent the film.
Yeah, well, thanks
you
for
mind
having me.
Absolutely. You mind if we get a shot with you?
No, not at all.
Let's do it.
Here we go. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Have a great one.
Appreciate another Long Islander coming
Yeah,
down.
cheers.
Thank you.